right, meeting 4. We finally made it. We are 3 days away from getting on the mountain. I'm pretty excited. I get to see you guys in a couple days, so excited about that. Excited to see what God's about to do out there on the mountain, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. So meeting 4, pack check time. I hope everybody came with their packs fully packed. If you didn't, we can check it on Thursday, and hope that you overpacked and didn't underpack, because we want to make sure that you have everything you have on the mountain. This meeting we are talking about leave no trace, potty training, and some safety tips. This video will probably be fairly short, so we can make some time to check your packs and make sure you got everything you need. So let's start with leave no trace. Everything we pack in, we pack out. So if there's trash that we have while we're out there, we don't leave it out there. We don't throw it in the fire. We don't accidentally drop it and not pick it up, or we don't see trash out there, even if it's not ours, and not pick it up. We are there to be good stewards of nature, and so anything we pack out there, we pack back in. That's food wrappers. Use your Ziploc bags, little tiny trash bags. As far as fires, use fire rings. If we have a fire, we use the fire ring that's available. If there's not one, we either make one or dig a hole to where it doesn't get out of control. And when we leave camp, we make sure our fire is completely out. That means no smoke, no fire, no burning embers, nothing is left. We totally douse it with water, stir it, just totally spread it out to where there's nothing left. It's no chance that it could start a fire. As far as washing your dishes and brushing your teeth, you do that in camp. You don't use the streams or rivers to wash dishes in. You don't brush your teeth and spit it in the water of the river. You brush your teeth and you spit into the fire pit. If there's not one, we're just not trying to dirty up the rivers and waterways there. As far as trail etiquette goes, we want to stay on a blazed trail. We don't want to try to get off the path, especially if we're going up switchbacks. You don't want to try to take a shortcut going up a switchback. For one, the switchbacks are helpful. It makes going up the trail easier. 2, it could start to cause erosion on the trail in that switchback if we start going off on our own ways. Before we leave camp, we make sure that it's clean. We police the area, make sure that nobody left any trash there, nobody left any wrappers, food, anything like that. We don't want to leave any trace or any proof that we were out on this mountain. And you just want to be environmentally aware. We don't want to try to pet the animals, or we just want to leave everything that we find out there. So yeah, we want to be careful and be aware of our surroundings and enjoy it. It's beautiful out there. So the next part is potty training, which I'm 44 years old and it still makes me giggle. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that I've always had fun talking about. I think I always will. But as far as potty training while we're hiking, there's actually a Bible verse that can tell us all we really need to know. It is Deuteronomy 23:12 through 14. It says, "You shall have a place outside the camp, and you should go out to it. And you shall have a trowel with your tools, and when you sit down outside, you shall dig a hole with it and turn back and cover up your excrement. Because the Lord your God walks in the midst of your camp to deliver you and give you up for your enemies before you. Therefore, your camp must be holy, so that he may not see anything indecent among you and turn away from you. It's in there. Believe me. Look it up. Deuteronomy 23:12-14. I'm not kidding. The first time I saw it, I was like, no way, yeah, the Bible does have everything. So instead of me trying to back up and show you how to do all of this, I found a good video from a New York park ranger, it looks like, that I'm going to share with you now. So take a look at this video, and if you have any questions, ask Jameson.
Today, I'm here to teach you how to poop in the woods. The first thing you're going to do if you need to go to the bathroom in the woods and don't have access to an outhouse or privy is take 70 big steps off the trail. This is going to take us away from trails, roads, campsites, bodies of water, and waterways. Step 2 is to pick a location. Find a spot with minimal vegetation. I like to pick a spot next to a tree for added balance. Before you begin digging, move any duff off the surface of the soil. Duff includes things like leaf litter and pine needles. Then, take out your bathroom kit. This is going to include a variety of items, including toilet paper, hand sanitizer, a discreet bag, a reusable cloth, and, most importantly, a trowel. Step 3 is to dig your cat hole. This hole is going to be about 6 inches wide and 6 inches deep, making it large enough to do your business, but also small enough to minimize your impacts. Step 4 is to go in the hole. You can squat over the hole, lean your back against the tree, or hang on to the tree for added balance. If you miss the hole, use a small stick to push your waist into the hole. Remember not to use your trowel. You always want to keep your trowel clean. Used toilet paper can be put in the hole with your waist or packed into a discreet, sealable bag to be carried out with you. Step 5 is to cover the hole. Use the mineral soil that you dug out of the hole and then return any leaf litter, pine needles, or other duff on top of the hole to camouflage it. Last but not least, when you're all done, manage that personal hygiene. Use the hand sanitizer in your bathroom kit or rinse your hands with some water from a spare water bottle.
Alright, the only thing in that video that it didn't mention was placing a stick where you've gone. That's something that we do here, so we don't, because we have a big group of men, we usually place a stick in the ground afterwards, so we don't double up on a cat hole. That's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to accidentally dig into somebody else's problems or mess. And you want to stay clean, like she said, just make sure that you wash your hands with some hand sanitizer afterwards. So the next thing we want to talk about is some safety tips. A lot of the packs that you have, there's a little clasp right here on your chest strap. On that clasp, it has a whistle. If it doesn't have a whistle, I would highly suggest getting a whistle. One of the things that, if it happens, which it's very rare to happen, but if it happens and you get lost, you stay in place and blow on that whistle. Make 3 long blasts on the whistle. You keep doing that until we respond, until somebody either blows on their whistle back, there's a verbal response, or they make visual contact with you. And just keep doing that until you're found. Just keep blowing. As far as food, safety tips on food, we've talked about this and mentioned it before. We're going to use these bear bags. You do not want any food in your structure at all. None. That is just an invitation for bears to come and get in your tent and try to swipe at the food, and when they swipe at the food, they swipe at you. And you also don't want food in your tent for like rodents and stuff. I've seen mice try to chew holes in our bear bags. This last hike that I went on, I kicked a mouse off of our bear bags before they went up in the tree. So there's a lot of reasons to keep your food away from you, especially at night while you're trying to sleep. Another thing that we have to tell guys is there's really no need for any weapons. There's no need for guns, no explosives, no incendiary devices, no tomahawks, none of that. The only thing you really need is a pocket knife, and sometimes that's not even necessary, but it is handy when you do need it. I've gone a couple hikes where I didn't even pull my pocket knife out. But usually with a group of guys hiking together, wildlife tends to stay away from you. And that's typically what you're worried about when you go out there with a weapon. So yeah, I think that's about it for this meeting. We will be meeting Thursday morning at 6:15 at the church. We're going to try to roll out by 7. We're going to grab some breakfast along the way. I think we're planning to be on the trailhead by noon. So either pack a lunch, or we're going to probably stop at the Jesus Chicken, the Chick-fil-A, and you can probably just grab like something to eat at the trailhead from there. So, all right, guys, I'm excited. I get to see you in a few days. We're gonna do this thing, rain or shine. We're going out there. All right, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.